Well, we are still on the road, although after that MOT fail, we did spend 3 days off the road. And as far as MOT fails go, it wasn't a bad one. We had the airbag fault and we had the rear brake pads, which in the grand scheme of things, that's not a bad failure at all. So we were off the road for 3 days. We've gone back to the garage. The airbag fault, well, it's a pain because in the run up to the MOT for a couple of weeks beforehand, I'd been diagnosing these airbag faults. I'd got my diagnostic hooked up. We had some tidying up of the cables to do under the seats. The driver's seatbelt pre-tensioner, that was faulty. And when I took it off and looked at it, there were signs of rust. So something had clearly gone wrong with that part. And despite how old these cars are, I was able to get a replacement. So we cleared all the airbag faults except for the driver's airbag. And the fault, it isn't the driver's airbag. Behind the driver's airbag, you've got a circular ribbon known as the clock spring. And that itself also isn't faulty. What's actually faulty is the connector from the ribbon to the car's wiring loom. And for some reason, when you plug it in the way that it's meant to be plugged in, you get a permanent airbag fault. Ow, that was a bit too quick. Yes, you get a permanent airbag fault when you plug the clock spring in. But I noticed that when I plugged it halfway in, the airbag fault completely cleared. But I can't leave the connector half plugged in because it'll just fall out. So then I tried taking the actual pins out of the connector and plugging them directly in, and again it worked. I don't understand why. I do think I need to replace that connector, and quite honestly I should have done it a while ago. So with the pins plugged directly in and the whole thing taped up, we have cleared the airbag fault, and it's still off after the retest. And the retest was, well, it was on the Tuesday, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 11 days ago. 11 days and since the MOT, and the airbag light hasn't come back on. So what did the garage actually do for us then? Well, they really came through for us for a start. And some people give Quick Fit a lot of stick. And for me, I started going to them because they are close to where I work. It was convenient, so I started going there because of the convenience. But actually, they're actually sound guys, and some of them also have motorbikes, which is another reason for me to go to them. So they really came through for me. But what work did they actually do? Well, typically with the airbag fault being the way it is, it seems to be coming on, the light seems to be coming on at all the wrong times. So they hooked up their diagnostic and cleared it, and I knew it would clear. And the other job, of course, was the rear brake pads, which does frustrate me because I could have done the job myself if I had room, if my beloved 106 Quiksilver wasn't still parked on my drive. I could have done the rear brake pads myself. They are some of the easiest brake pads to do, but I farmed it out to the garage and they sorted it out for me. But I haven't had an opportunity to take a proper look at what they've done, because until I can get my driveway back and get a wheel off, can't really see anything. Can kind of see, as well as the new brake pads, I know that there's a new fitting kit in there, but that's all I can see at the moment. So thanks to the garage, we got the car through the MOT, but did we get any advisories? Well, yes we did. So we got near side front door check strap missing, which is essentially the thing that stops the door from flying open too far and getting damaged, and that's missing off the passenger side. Well, I knew about that. Oil leak, yeah, it's a 24-year-old HDI engine, so tell me something that I don't know. The exhaust leak, so the front section of the exhaust had a minor leak last year, and I've not had a chance to look at it, and it's still there but hasn't gotten any worse, so that's another advisory. And the last one was that the driver's side rear suspension is inoperative. Now, fortunately, I did get a chance to speak to the MOT man about this one, and he said something's not right here. He said it's either your damper is seized or the arm is seized, so don't know which one that's going to be, but it's not something I can look at right now. But if I do sell the car, it's something that the new owner would have to look into. So what's next for this car then? Well, I would say that this car has finally served its purpose, because it has finally stayed on the road long enough for me to make a start on my 106 Quiksilver, because that's really why I got this car. I was supposed to be driving this car whilst fixing the Quiksilver, and that is finally happening. I've got the cylinder head for my 106 Quiksilver is now back, so don't know how long it's going to take. I am a busy man, but time permitting, I will get my 106 Quiksilver back on the road shortly, and then really it'll be time to sell this car.